Chapter 5 of the Chameleon War Chartreuse. Chapter 5 The Messes of Hippopotamia. On the way back to my own classroom, I unfolded the note Mrs. Toden had thrown at me. It read, "Please excuse Billy from school today. He is sick." Billy's mom had the same spelling problem that Billy did. In fact, her handwriting was pretty close to the writing I'd seen on Billy's drawings. Could Billy have faked his own excuse note? Duh, of course he had. But why? And who had brought the note? Was it one of the Rat sisters? I pulled the map out of my pocket and unfolded it. Maybe I'd find a clue where Billy had gone. But it wasn't a map at all. It looked like Crazy Spider had crawled into an inkwell and danced a funky chicken across the paper. The sheet was covered with X's and O's and arrows and squiggles, almost like a football play. Maybe it had nothing to do with the case, but it was the only clue I had. I needed to talk with a football player named Brick, and I thought I knew where to find him. I walked into my own classroom and sat down. Mr. Ratnose started to tell us all about the history of Mesopotamia, or the messes of Hippopotamia. I forget which. I raised my hand. Yes, he asked. Mr. Ratnose, can I go to the principal's office? He frowned at me. No, you may not. Now, please don't interrupt. Mr. Ratnose kept rattling on about ancient ruins. I gave him 30 seconds, then raised my hand again. What is it, Chester? Can I please go to the principal's office? No, he said. His eyes narrowed. Now, for the last time, stop interrupting me. I gave him 10 seconds this time. My hand shot up. His whiskers twitched. What is it, Chester? Can I please? Absolutely not. You've interrupted me for the last time. Mr. Ratnose scribbled a quick note. He shoved it into my hand. Take this note and go straight to the principal's office. Do you understand? Yes, Mr. Ratnose. I walked to the door and turned around. Oh, Mr. Ratnose? Thanks. I didn't know for sure that Brick would be in the principal Zero's office, but most of the football team spent half their days there. It was like a game with them. Whoever bugged his teacher the most won an all-expense paid trip to the principal's office. If I'd had a choice, I would have stayed as far away as possible from the three-time winner of the meanest principal in the universe award. But duty called. And the twisted trail of my case led right to the door of the Fat Cat Principal Zero. Chapter 6, Thick as Brick. I entered the administration's building. It was a light day. Only a dozen kids sat in the hard chairs outside the principal's office. And his spanking machine wasn't even turned on. The secretary didn't look up as I gave her my note. Take a number, take a seat, she sighed. I ripped number 187 from the ticket roll and sat down. I sized up my fellow troublemakers. They were carving their names on the chairs, flicking spitballs at each other, and playing punching games. Pretty quiet for a Friday. Half of the kids looked like football team material, wide as refrigerators, but without the little lights inside. I leaned towards one of them. Brick? I said. Say what? I'm looking for Brick. Ask a building. He laughed, showing teeth as yellow as candy corn. He's a football player, I said. You know, football? The light went on behind his eyes. Yeah, football good, he said. Brick over there. The goon pointed towards the corner of the hand. The goon pointed towards the corner with a hand the size of a dinner plate. Dinner. That reminded me. It was almost time for lunch. I took an empty chair beside a big red-headed hedgehog. You're Brick, I said. Yeah, so? Chet Gecko, private eye. I want to ask you a few questions. What is it? A pop quiz? He asked. I thought I'd be tricky and try the old switcheroo. You might say that. First question. What is the square root of 369? He said. Next. What is the capital of Mesopotamia? And third, when did you last see Billy Chameleon? Billy? Me and Herman was talking with him after school yesterday. The old switcheroo. It worked every time. What were you talking about? I asked. Herman made a joke about some cheerleader. I don't think Billy liked it. Why not? I said. I think she was a sister. Shirley, a cheerleader? That dame was full of surprises, as a toad is full of flies. I wondered what else she hadn't told me. Do you remember anything more? That's about it, said Brick. He scratched his neck bristles. I went to football practice after that. Football. I remember the strange drawing in my pocket. I fished it out and showed it to them. This mean anything to you? I said. Is it a football play? He squinted at the paper and turned it around in his hands. Number 184, said the secretary. That's me, he said. Gotta go. Wait, what about the drawing? Ha! Whoever drew this was some lame football player. Why is that? I asked. It looks like the crowd is playing and the football team ain't. He wadded up the paper and tossed it at me. What did I look like, a trash can? I was going to have to start dressing better.